Hey guys, Maddie from Revenge here. Normally I'd make videos based around fishing or adventures, I'm always on the road, I'm always kind of travelling. Obviously with COVID at the moment and us being in lockdown, that isn't an option. So today's video, I want to challenge you guys to just think outside the square. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to drag my tent out. I've obviously got a fire going. And I'm just going to rock it in the backyard for the night. Cook a bit of a mad feed up, get a really good dinner happening. We'll have a good night, out under the stars, the weather looks good. And I guess this is just to break that monotony of being stuck at home, like, for example, I live in Cessnock, or Cessnock LGA. My boat's in Maitland, so I can't even get to my boat. Obviously the state forests and national parks and all that kind of stuff's closed, so hiking or doing an overnighter in the bush, isn't really an option. That's out of the question. So a lot of us are kind of stuck in limbo, not really sure, like I suppose just stuck at home. So I guess this video is, I want people to think outside the square and think, well, if you're stuck at home, how do you make the most of it? And granted, you might not be able to get all your friends and family together, but you can still have a really good night at home, which will break that pattern up and break the monotony up of just being stuck, in your house watching TV and stuff of a night. So as you can see, I've got the fire going. I've got a pretty awesome plan for dinner tonight. I'm going to cook something that I've done a few times while I've been travelling, but it is kind of a bit of a luxury. it is a bit of work, so I'll get that happening. I'm going to throw the tent up on the other side of the yard and I'm going to spend the night out the back under the stars with just a bit of music, a fire and the tent. It's going to be bliss. Thanks for joining me. Let's get straight into it. And guys, look, this is how simple it can be, Fire, camp chair, got the tent, if you want to really adventure a little bit, but, what a way to spend the night. It's going to be awesome. For anyone that's not familiar with this is the Auspit, so I'm pretty sure it's an Australian thing. This is just a motor, just run by 2 D-size batteries. How this basically works is this rod just feeds through here. The motor obviously just goes on that end. You turn the motor on and it just slowly turns just normal spit, pretty simple stuff. Very basic, it's all steel, it's all pretty robust. I'll tell you what, I wish this thing had an hour meter. The hours that this thing spent cooking feeds up for me while I've been camping and travelling is crazy. I've got heaps of use out of this and it's cooked some incredible food. Basically tonight what I'm going to do is something really simple. It's just going to be roast lamb and gravy rolls. So I've got some fresh rolls. Obviously going to cook the lamb. I'll show you guys my trick for cooking gravy. I have a bit of a hack that is a really easy way to cook gravy when you're out and about. So when we get to that point, I'll show you that. Righto, so now it's time to start getting this lamb prepared. It's 8 o'clock, so it's probably going to take a few hours to cook, so probably left it a little bit late, but we'll get it on now. There's a bit of a trick, some advice, I suppose. If you're ever going to try and cook anything epic, the best thing you can do, first step, pour yourself a drink. So, all we're really going to do is just get the lamb, put some spices on it, put a bit of garlic on it, a bit of stuff like that, and then we'll get it on the fire. We'll get this lamb out. So now we just need to do some seasoning. So this is just lamb herb blend, it's called. Probably like a bit of mint or some crap. Put a sprinkle a bit on. Not too much, it's pretty much going to burn anyway, so don't go too overboard with it. Just rub it in. And then the same with a little bit of garlic, okay? I really like garlic, but same story. Just rub a bit in. Excuse the fingers. So basically that's it. The motor will go on the end here, and then it'll just slowly turn the lamp, and you just put it over the fire. You can move the lamp in and out as you need to. I'm going to move it a little bit closer. I feel like it's a little bit too far away, but you get the idea of how it works. So basically this is it, as you can see. Motor's on, turning the lamp there nice and slowly. We'll get him over the fire. We're good to go.
Hours later.
Looks like it's ready. Oh, it's going to be so good. So this is a bit of a hack, I suppose, for cooking gravy. Just a jet boil or anything to boil water will get gravy cooked while you're camping, and gravy when you're camping can be the best sometimes. Especially when you're cooking something like this, you know, a big feed of meat. So there you go, guys. As you can see, still a little bit pink, but I guess more than anything it's not dry, you know, and that's awesome considering how it was cooked. A bit of gravy, you know, it's kind of 11 o'clock at night now, so it's really simple, but that's exactly what you want when when you're camping. Something a bit different. The other thing I know I'll get some comments on is how my TV ended up outside. And I guess I just figured that if you're camping at home, you might as well share some of the luxuries from home, so it just seemed like a good idea. So that's pretty much it for tonight's video, guys. I hope that you got the point and that this has encouraged you to, you know, think outside the square a little bit and, you know, see if you can come up with some ideas on how you can mix things up a little bit. We all know it's pretty crappy times at the moment with COVID, and you know, we can't go hiking, or most of us can't go fishing, we can't do the things we love. But there's still heaps of great experiences and there's still heaps of great adventures to be had. I guess it just comes down to two things: being creative and just getting it done. Thanks heaps for watching, guys. If you haven't subscribed, hit that button please. I will see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.